Hi, Holly. Hello, everyone. Just filing in. Let me share this really quick. And I literally just made that post and I was backstage getting everything ready. So I don't know how many people have responded. I know for sure Kara and Shauna came through um, with some very generous and sweet words and tips. Thank you guys so much. I have them down already for a reading today. So, top of the list, those ladies. Thank you guys. I'll talk about it here in a sec after my brain is not occupied. Hi, Susan. It's been a week already, guys. Well, I mean, yeah, it's been a week since we were last together on the podcast. Um, so I've had, you guys know, with my car and everything, I've had a lot of expenses recently, a lot of uh, bills and surprise things happening. Most of that is squared away, but I still have my um, utility bills that my ADHD brain somehow glossed over. And yes, they are in danger of being shut off. So I appreciate all of the love, all of the support, all of the shares, the reactions to my posts and everything. I know I haven't been doing a lot of that lately. I have been focusing on these other kind of, um, I guess you could call it damage control, you know. Hi, Shauna. Thank you, honey, so much for the tip. So I've just been experiencing a lot of financial fire recently, and savings have been depleted to take care of these unforeseen expenses that have popped up. And so this is pretty much a full time job that I show up for you guys and with you guys, and you guys support me and love me. And, I am so blessed and grateful for all of you. But, when we talk about manifestation and all of the things that I've talked about and taught about, being resourceful is one of them, and reaching out to those that can support you, can help you through, whether that's financial means in this aspect or in this case, or if that's support, encouragement, just a listening ear. So reaching out. Hi, Shauna and David. Reaching out for help is sometimes necessary, even if you're a master manifester. So that is what I'm demonstrating now. That is what I'm doing. And you guys are really showing up for me in such a meaningful way. And I couldn't be more grateful for you guys than I am. So I've got still some stuff in the works. TikTok's being a BITC suppression already. Uh, so I'm still in dispute, I guess you could say, with that platform. So that's why you haven't seen a lot of uploads or expansion on that platform, because I have been all day, every day, back and forth with these people, or these bots anyway, I should say, because I haven't gotten through to a real person. So I have a lot up in the air in the works, but nothing solid right now coming in. And that's why I have reached out and let you guys know my situation, and that I am asking for a little bit extra support right now. The economy sucks. Hey, Kara, I love you. Thank you. Thank you so much. So I'm going to start, we'll do the individual readings. And then we'll start with Kara and Shauna, and then whoever else after that. If you did leave a tip, drop it in the comments and get my attention on it, so that I know that you deserve your reading, front and center, top of the list, so that we can reciprocate, right? So thank you guys for holding space for me to be vulnerable, to go through all of the 3D stuff that's been taking place over the last week. And just an update, I haven't heard from my daughter since her visit. So the one time. but I've had some more information surface, and I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I love you, Kara. Thank you. Thank you. Um, so if you guys are looking for my products or services, please feel free to book. I am not looking for a hand out, just a hand up, and supporting my small business keeps my children fed and keeps our lights on. So I know not everyone is in a financial place to be able to do much of that right now. And I totally understand with what's going on with the United States, at the top of the list, but other countries being impacted as well by the economic hardships. I totally get it, totally understand. Even just a share on my content, commenting, reacting to it will help to at least keep it somewhere in the algorithm. But I am looking to move most everything over for sure to YouTube. But I'm going to make sure that everyone is able to join on YouTube before we actually do a full migration over to YouTube. Again, I know we did it with Ancestral Ascension and that it wasn't like the favorable outcome, but for suppression purposes and for being able to get my reach out there and actually be seen and heard, it is a necessity for me to migrate from Facebook over to YouTube. And also TikTok is one of the intended targets, but in order to get an RTMP to stream directly to the platform through my streaming software so I can be on YouTube and TikTok at the same time, I have to jump through certain hoops. So I'm jumping, I'm hooping, you guys. I've been juggling and all kinds of stuff. So just bear with me. And I know you guys are always going to support me no matter where I go. And that really means the world to me. So I love you guys so much. Thank you. Thank you. And yes, I am doing the readings again, Linda, for sure. I'm not doing collective today. We're just going to jump right into individual readings. Everyone gets a chance. You get a free one card, or if you tip, you get 3 to 5 cards, probably more, because the one card, let's face it, isn't going to be just one card. I do bottom of the decks, and I just speak until until they tell me to shut up. So whatever you can contribute is so much appreciated. And if you can contribute your time, your comments, your support, your sharing of everything, perfect. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Kara. I love you so much. Kara was super, super generous, which is, I'm going to be able to pay my bill today. So they don't come beating down my door tomorrow. Thank you, Linda. I love you guys all so much. And I'm not at all discounting the non-financial support at all, because you guys are like the best at supporting. So just know that I'm ever so grateful for whatever you guys can throw my way. And just know that it is accepted with gratitude and fully reciprocated. I go above and beyond, as whenever I see the need or whenever I see the opportunity. So I will always go so hard for this community, for all of you. So this is what the new earth looks like. Even though things are crumbling around us and on fire everywhere, this is what new world looks like, demonstrated in the tangible. Okay, so I just love you guys. Kara, we're gonna start with you, boo. I'm going to use the deck that I bought from you, because I don't know why I just picked up the deck and started shuffling, even though everything's pre-shuffled. Before I even got backstage, had it all shuffled and ready to go. So we're going to start with this deck, and we're also going to pull, I'm feeling stones, the sacred stones. Okay. Ground yourself, girlfriend. You got grounding on the bottom of the deck. I know you've been doing a lot of that. Maybe a little extra gardening. I have to get out there and do some gardening and put my sunflowers are getting too tall for the bay window now and too crowded in their little grow bags. So I'm going to give them freedom in a home outside. because our weather all of a sudden got hot 2 days ago. So it was 30s overnight, and then boom, it's hot. So we've been using the AC 24/7 here, which is another reason why I'm trying to pay my AC bill, because it's too hot. We went to the river, you guys, a couple of times actually this week. We went to the park that's right there on the river, and the river water is cold. It is snow melt. So, hey, Rich, come on in. My dog is ready to come back in. It's snow melt, so it is freezing, and my kids were in that water, and I put my hands and feet in it, but that's as far as I'll go. Ew, girl. I don't know why it wants to give me the one card and then the bottom of the deck for that one too. So we're gonna pull some tarot as well. Can you take that toy away from my door, please? It's loud. So we have these cat toys. They're little like silicone balls that are rechargeable, and they roll themselves. One is stuck over here by my door, and it's driving me insane. I have to move it. Be right back. Oh, it's in here. How do I turn it off? Ah, there we go. Okay. I don't know how it even turned itself on, but that kind of thing has been happening to me, you guys, lately. The electronics have really been misfiring around me, and then that cat ball starts spinning, and no one touched it. My kid opened the door, and if it was on, battery should have been dead a long time ago. Oh, thank you, Linda, for Linda and Susan. I got you. Thank you. Linda tipped for her and Susan. That was so precious. Thank you. I love that. Oh, my Lanta. Come on, beloved. We really going to start this? Hold on, y'all. Hey, Cassandra. How are you, darling? So good to see you. Okay. Let me block this beloved real quick, y'all. Bye, beloved. Sorry. Thank you, Cassandra. I'll get you down. I'll get you down, love. Okay. Care of these beloveds. Be fucking with your time. Okay, I guess one card from the tarot too, if that's the bottom of the deck. Okay. Oh, thank you, Cassandra. I love you. You're so precious and sweet to me. Thank you. I'm still gonna try to get you in, though. Well, not try. I'm gonna get you in for some energy exchange. Okay, this isn't looking for handout energy, but I know you guys are reciprocating. But I go above and beyond it. It's my. I can't help it. That's just me. So yes, I'm here for everyone all the time, but you show me a little extra love, I'm gonna show you a little extra love too. Okay. So Kara, honey. We have Three of Pentacles. Building legacy. You're building something. Okay. We know you're building something. Even whenever you don't feel like you are, like with regard to your business, you're still building legacy energy. You're still doing work. Behind the scenes work, but you're still doing that work. So stop being so conflicted. Okay. One thing at a time. You need to prioritize one thing at a time here, or, prioritizing isn't just one thing at a time, but it's giving your attention and focus to one thing that is dominant, that needs that time, energy, and focus. And, you can shift your focus as circumstances allow, we'll say. So 5 of Wands, stop feeling so conflicted. Okay, stop feeling so conflicted, because you are still sowing legacy. You are still you're doing tremendous things. King of Cups reverse. This is emotional imbalance. 4 of Wands reverse, because it's like you don't feel like you're really working on what you're supposed to be building. That's a judgment. You're supposed to also be building where you're building right now too. So stop holding yourself so accountable for, not being able to show up for everything all the time. You know, you just thinking today how you're going to juggle the new things in your life. You'll do it, but you have to stop shaming yourself for not being. I know that your heart is so in your work, your purpose with your business, but also there's an expanded need for your energy exactly where it's at with your other work. Okay, and having a little side happiness isn't a crime. Okay, having happiness outside of your work and your business and the stuff that that you have to give your time to exist in this society, and to also serve your purpose, you got to have a little extra joy, and that's why you got the joy on the side here. You know what I'm talking about. And I'm not saying side piece, I'm not saying that, but it's like, I know your Capricorn placements, okay? Yes, your new boo. I didn't want to out you. That's what I meant. Cuz that, for like, from your perspective, is like a side joy, because your Capricorn placements are like, work is my joy, doing, being, living my purpose is my joy. And you're like, I have two purposes right now, two big, aspects I should be giving my work focus to, but then I've got this freaking thing that just comes in and kind of kind of rains on the work parade here, bringing joy. And these are energies that you need right now. It's like your sprinkling of magic. So this is your reprieve from they're both your joy now. I love it. So stop guilting yourself over not being able to show up 100% for the new boo, for the new job, for the business, because right now your energy and your focus is being funneled into what needs that right now. And it's okay to put certain things on the back burner for now, because you've already sown so much legacy into that work that it's not like it's going to just drop off, because you had to take your time and energy and focus elsewhere. So Ace of Cups. Okay, this is your new fulfillment, your new happiness. This is your sprinkling of happiness. Lay it on the altar. Okay, that guilt over not being able to be 100% fully successful and being 100% fully invested in every single thing that's on your plate right now, that's a judgment, that's a program. Okay, time to let that shit go. Lay it on the altar. Hand it over, soften, surrender, and forgive. The road is clear. Like, once you unburden yourself, take that purse off, or something, the road is clear. So you know what to do. Walk it your way. And this is your way. You're sprinkling that happiness, that reprieve, that joy that helps to lift your frequency so that you can better show up for, both things whenever the new job, isn't so demanding, and you're not still trying to fix other people's mistakes, and everything's working like the well-oiled machine that you create it to be. Then you have more time for the business aspect as well. And the boo can help stuff boxes. Okay, the road is clear. This is clearing the way for that energy rising, vitality, confidence, power, and decisiveness. So you are fully in your power. This is all of these situations that are echoing this, judgment back to you, talking about, oh, I need to give 100% to every single thing all at once. You can't. Not possible. Not in this vessel anyway. So having these many situations that are demanding so much focus, or should in your mind should be demanding focus, or you should be giving focus to. He said he'd help pack. Hell yeah, that's the one, honey. um, but having all of these things that demand your focus is a sign of your success, of your legacy growing, of your energy rising. So this is all part of the process, okay? Divine timing and discernment. Everything is going to come together in the bigger picture, but right now you're still trying to refine this draft, and refine this draft, and then blend all three of those different stories into one cohesive. Hi, Matt. Love you, sugar booger honey bunch. So you're using your discernment, and that's what you're also honing in on, is that discernment. You are streamlining, and even though things look chaotic right now or feel chaotic right now, it's all divine orchestration. Okay, everything's coming together, but in divine timing. Remain balanced. Hey, Nicole, I love you. And I know I got a few messages like right before when I was backstage and getting everything situated. So I will get back to everyone's messages. And I know, Nicole, you were one of those. Kara, of course, one of those. So I will get back to you guys' messages after we finish up here. But it's all about using your discernment, discerning where your energy should go at every given time, and stop judging yourself for not being able to give all of you all the time. Use that discernment, streamline the process. You're going to braid them all together into a cohesive, legacy energy moving forward. And they're going to, it's like all three, the three, and three is a number, that's apparent in your reading. We've got the 3 of Pentacles, and that divine timing card is 30, which breaks down to 3 and 0, the God energy, the source energy. So this is divine creation, this is divinely guided creation, and the 3 are going to fill, charge, and sustain one another. Yep, braid it all together. So this looks phenomenal for you. Your energy is rising. Also, rest, take a break for yourself, take some time, get some extra sleep on the weekends if you can, whatever, girl. We need our sleep too. So don't just, spend all your time not sleeping and doing fun things. You got to get your rest too. You got to recharge. So that was just a little remark from me, not part of your reading, but Hey, Anna, we love you. So yeah, keep going, because it's all going to balance out soon. It's all going to become more cohesive. But just delegate your time to the things that you need to prioritize right now to get those things, working like that well-oiled machine, and you'll have more time for the other stuff a little later on, and they will all self-sustain, like sustain one another, becoming one fully self-sustaining unit, like the braid. So you've got the strand of the boo, the strand of the work, the strand of the business. And they're all going to really, charge and sustain one another. Thank you. I'm glad it resonates for you, darling. Okay. Next we have Shauna. Shauna, are you still in here, love? I don't know if you're in here yet, but I can tag with a timestamp if not. And then after Shauna, we have Linda and Susan and Cassandra. And if I did not say your name and you guys tipped, please throw a comment in there so I know, because the banners are, I don't have my phone on do not disturb right now. I left that off just so I could see them coming in, and they're not like, the banners aren't showing up. So I don't know what my phone is doing. I told you guys technology is really wonky around me lately. And whenever you're shifting frequencies, or you are like shifting more into power, in your own personal power, or shifting timelines, any kind of shift, major shift, you're probably going to affect things like electronics or situations. The matrix code really responds to sovereign signatures, and the more you step into that, you might notice more of these attacks. And that's why I put out that video on TikTok and posted it to Facebook too, about the shielding and protecting, of your energy if you are a sovereign disruptor frequency, because you will experience these extra heaps to try to keep you bound in that lower frequency. Hey, Dallas. All right, Shauna's here. Okay. They said you need some medicine. So they told me to get this over here in this stack. Healing spirits. So we're going to use that. And healing spirits and water. And water's going to channel some information or wisdom information, I guess, during this too. Not like full on trance channel, but you'll know it's water. Okay. Visuals of golden white, yellow light, binded and put not was incredible. Felt like protein was more solidified. That's awesome, Matt. That's a really cool experience. Thank you for sharing that with us today. That was really cool. You're having a lot of expansion and a lot of growth. Working with feminine energies. Hell yeah. Open up that divine feminine. All right. Miss Shauna. This is your medicine, they said. How come my comments over here aren't? Oh, there we go. Okay, technology. I'm telling you, my computer didn't want to show me my comments. Oh, look at the proof, guys. I'm substantiating my own reality with technology disrupted around me. Let's not call attention to our weaknesses anymore. Okay, thank you, frequency. I got called out just now, you guys. Did you see that? Like, quit confirming that technology is fucking up, or you're just going to manifest more technology fucking up. Okay, I got you. And I am fully released from any kind of suppressive frequencies. Oh, was that a kid coming in to let him in? Nope. Walked right past him. Duncan, hold on, buddy. Come on, baby. I know. They saw you and didn't even let you in. Duncan just came in from his outdoor excursions, and there was a kid that walked right past him crying at my door, wanting in for his little afternoon snack, and I just kept going. So, all right. Shauna, I just saw the cards. I wasn't, yeah, okay. We're going to start with water. You're clearing out that vocalizer there. And I know you've been posting videos because I've seen a couple of them, and they are excellent. They're beautiful. Keep fucking going. This is your metamorphosis. This is you. They're like clearing the pipes. They're talking about clogged pipes, and I'm not calling you a sewage, but I mean, this, I can't control it. So you're clearing out the throat chakra, you're clearing out the pipes. Okay, there was a clog in the pipes and you're clearing that out. This is your metamorphosis. Embrace transformation. Things are now different. They're already different because you've changed them, because you have put yourself out there, because you have faced the fears. You have, you know, I don't know if you had a fear of, I'm trying to put it into words. It's the feeling that I know, but I'm trying to think of the label for it. So I'll give you a scenario. You're a kid in school and you have some kind of question or a thought that's different than anyone else in the class, and they're making fun of you for it. They're, you know, like a laughing stock energy. Like, I don't want to be the laughing stock because of what I have to say, or I don't want to be judged, made fun of, or, you know, that kind of thing for what I have to say, for my perspective or the information that I have, because it might differ from the general populace. Um, this is you breaking through that energy by putting yourself out there, by embracing this transformation and saying, you know, I'm not going to hold myself back anymore. Plunge came out. Don't hold back. It's time. Go for it and dive in. And you've done that, and that's part of that metamorphosis. You've already seen, you've already applied, you've heard the guidance, you absorbed it, and you're applying it. The water oracle, psychic abilities, acting on visions, and it's destined. This is your destiny. You are meant to be seen. You are meant to be heard. You are not meant to be suppressed, silenced, and quieted, you know, made to be a wallflower or sit on the outskirts while everyone else is playing the game. No, that's not what you're here to do. Your life plan is unfolding as it should. Bottom of the deck energy with the what did I just say? Healing spirits. The healing spirits. Your life plan is unfolding as it should. You're surrounded by light, by star beings. Look at you. You're a light being. You're an angelic. You're a high frequency realm dweller, and you've just been beamed into a tangible creature, and you're like, what is this? What is this place? No one here would blame you for that, okay? I feel the same way. But look at, this is you in the middle. That's being supported by all of these other star energies. You see, you're encompassed by that. They're shining, they're projecting their light onto you, putting you in the spotlight, and you are stepping forward. Spotlight energy. You haven't wanted to do it before now. You've had this fear of doing that before now because you were meant to be protected. You were meant to be kind of, don't, not get down, not, it's not your time yet. Like, you're trying to jump up, volunteer, and just run out there, but then this fear holds you back, and it's like, no, not yet, it's not your time. If you didn't have that fear holding you back, you would be right there front and center, and you would have got, you would have been seen, you would have been, you know, messed with and suppressed in ways that now you've been protected from all of that, because you've been, you know, like, shh, it's not time. Stay afraid for a little bit longer, but now's the time to shed that fear, right? Now's the time to break through, because you are meant to be front and center, spotlight. This place is fucking wild. I know. Carry the torch for others to see and wake up the world, baby. That's your purchase. Your purchase. That's your purpose. That's your investment. Okay. That's your investment. You are here to carry the torch for others to see and wake up the world. But there was a time energetically where it wasn't time yet. Divine timing is at play, right? There was a time where it wasn't fully safe to do so because the frequencies, the energies weren't just right. But now that time has lifted, and we are meant to fully step into these roles. And that's exactly what you're doing. Duncan, give me a break. He's had a few bites and now he's ready to go back out. He got a little bit of sustenance and he's ready to go back out there. That's like you. So if the world around you seems turbulent right now, just stop, okay? Reassess, observe, take a breather. You don't have to be on 24/7 because you know, you're running up there like, oh, this is my time. This is my time to shine. I'm going to shine, 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 shine. Well, you also need to take a moment, you know, to take a step back, to recharge. I did this over the last week. amongst many other things. Um, I've been, trying to take my time to mentally rest. That was really it. But I have been physically, tangibly taking care of real 3D situations that, you know, require action on my part. But I have been taking more of that mental rest because, scheduling podcasts and getting everything created and set up for, 5 days a week, 6 days a week was, really tough too. But 5 days a week is still tough. And especially when there's so much going on, so many balls in the air, right? I had to take that step back for a week, even though you guys know that I don't like to do that, especially with my Capricorn stellium. Okay, stellium, that's more than one Capricorn placement. Okay, um, so I totally get it, but we do have to take a step back from things sometimes, and maybe that's a rest physically. Maybe that's laying on your ass doing nothing for a couple of days, or maybe that's taking a mental break from everything that is triggering or overstimulating or demanding of you. I'm gonna let this cat out because now he's getting loud. That's what you need to do. You need to get loud. Here, Duncan. For fuck's sake, man, go. Get a life somewhere. Telling a cat with 9 lives to get a life somewhere. That's rich. So if things are turbulent, stop. Prioritize. To take a page out of Kara's book because her reading was right before yours, talking about reprioritizing. Different aspect, but same energy, is you need to take that time just to prioritize the things that need your focus right now, and not so much overwhelming yourself with all of these things, or the judgment on yourself for not being able to um, tend to all of these different things. Heal yourself to heal the world. And that's what you're here to do, is heal the world. But first, that starts with you. That starts on the macro to the micro. If every one individual, and I know you know this, if every single individual healed themselves, got serious about it, and worked on themselves, did the shadow work, did the healing, did the integration, that would cause immediate change on a mass scale on the macro. So this is very important work. Yes, we want to help others to heal too, but we've got to heal ourselves. We've got to focus on ourselves too. I know, ask me how I know. I've been doing this for the past week. I have been forced to not come on here. Like yesterday, I was getting this feeling like you shouldn't really, you should wait till tomorrow. And I'm like, no, it's been long enough. My community, like, they need me. I need them. We need each other. Like, this is our thing. And then I'm literally backstage, all set up, ready to go, and I hear a huge crash right outside of my house, and I was like, did a car from the highway just like wreck into my tree or something? Like, what happened? It was so loud. And then I had to get up and go out there, and my trampoline is in the tree, but also hanging over my carport and my porch. It's on all three, just suspended in my yard. And I'm like, it's still windy. That could catapult over if another big gust of wind like that comes up, and then it could, do whatever it wants. And I have a couple neighbors that way, so that would not be safe. So I had to cancel in order to deal with that. And I was literally, they were like, see, told you shouldn't do it today. And I'm like, okay, so I get it. I understand what you're dealing with here, but we have to. If we don't, we will be put into a position where we do have to. Hey, Culture Envy, thank you for showing up. So you have to heal yourself. You have to charge yourself. Make sure your cup runneth over so that you can send that extra out to others. We have send help to others. Okay, this is showing up future energy. So right now, take a pause, reprioritize, or find different ways that you can make the workload lighter on yourself. You have kids. you guys are home for summer break and stuff, and you've got your other work that you are expanding with your business and everything, and on top of home life, feeding the kids, making sure that they're clean, and and all of those things, it's a lot. So it's time to really fill up that cup, the sacred well, replenishment, self-care, and giving from a space of plenty. See, you got to recharge. That was also bottom of the deck energy, and I already went through bottom of the deck cards in the beginning of your reading on this. So now is the time to really fill yourself up, be your own cheerleader, reach out for support if you are needing that. Post all your stuff in the group. Um, we'll support you in every way that we possibly can, but take a day or two and maybe don't do anything outside of what you need to do for you to be fulfilled and for, your children to be taken care of, because they're kind of important. But anything outside of that, I think you really need to take yourself a day or two, and stop being so hard on yourself, because women have been culturally brainwashed into thinking that they need to do it all. They need to take care of everything within the household. They need to make sure that everything's taken care of with kids and husband and family and extended family and whatever we feel like we need to, show up for 100%, but that's not feasible. Could a man do it? And I'm not bashing on our man, our males, our masculines, not at all. This is from a cultural brainwashing programming perspective. Okay, the ones that culturally are not expected to do as much or perform as much or be a dancing monkey as much. Okay, no, the answer is no. Any way you slice it, no. Okay. And there are men that take on those roles too. And that is absolutely unfair for them too. So it's not about, so much as me talking about another, the opposite sex being whatever. This is about cultural expectations, and that we need to rewrite those. And you rewriting those in your own energy and your own experience, is that energy ripples out. It touches the macro whenever we release ourselves from those expectations in our own experience and adjust our lives accordingly. So, wounded masculine, ask a man to describe his ideal woman and wait for him to describe a mate. Yeah. Hi, Taryn. Thank you. Love you, girl. I haven't seen you in years. I don't think you even ever met the twins. Taryn is a friend from the Bay Area. It is cultural. My guy's Jamaican, so we had to unlearn some things. Yeah, it's a mass culture. It's not any one culture, right? It's this massive programming pushed off onto the populace by none other than Roman Catholic Church, Rome. Rome never fell. It shifted. So thank you, Shauna. I hope that brings you some kind of guidance or understanding or relief in some way. That was actually really beautiful. Thank you. Linda, we have Miss Linda. Linda, you need fairies in your life. We're going to consult the Fae for Miss Linda. And then we have Susan. Are Linda and Susan still in here? Let me know. Otherwise, I will tag you with your timestamp to make sure that you get your reading. Oh. Precious time and hidden depths. We'll see if they want to come back out, but I'm gonna shuffle the deck because this is not one of the pre-shuffle decks. I think I always shuffle. I know I always shuffle after I do any readings, but Just making sure. Fairies and tarot. Okay, that's what we're doing today, Linda. Fairies and tarot. They're calling. Okay. I knew it. I'm thinking galactic message. So, Miss Linda, you're going to have a galactic message. Intergalactic message. Way too long. Aw. Thank you, Taryn. I love you. That's so kind of you to say, love. Taryn and I know each other through my ex. Okay, you guys all know about him, what he did, all of that. And Taryn best believe that Colin is friends with him still and knows exactly what he's about and has no problem having his little baby daughter around him. So I know you know people that know them both. So. Oh, you got to see the twins via Zoom. Okay. Oh, see you, Culture Envy. Thank you. Everything resonated. Currently taking days just chill. Awesome. Good. Parts of you push back against taking a break. Yep. That's the resistance. That's where you know you need to. Girl, we need to get together for a private chat because same over the last week I have been like purging a lot, having a lot of like what am I thinking type things and overcoming some ego. Like I don't want to get on and say, hey y'all, I need a little extra support right now because I've had a lot of things going on, because for my ego I got this, I have me, you know, I don't need nobody except my community, you know, you guys know that's different, but like I don't need no man, I don't need no like assistance and stuff, but like there comes a time when you have to shut the fuck up and say, yo, I could use a little extra support because I'm kind of in a rough spot. So trust me, I know there are those parts that we're unlearning and healing. And whenever we have these expectations and judgments on ourselves and we're put into these situations where we judge and we don't shift those or transmute that and change it, we continue to manifest situations that keep us stuck, keep us stagnant, keep us down. So the only way to, you know, out is through. So yes, take the time to sit with yourself and say, you know what? I deserve to rest because I haven't sat down, metaphorically speaking, my entire life. I've always been hustling. I've always been, you know, taking care of something, damage control, trying to fix what other people tied to me or around me are sabotaging or doing, or, you know, and we have to stop. We have to break those patterns, and we can only break those patterns if we sit with it. So I love that you're doing that. Girl, I will always cheer you on. Oh, have fun with the kiddos. Definitely. I love you. You don't speak to Colin or anyone associated with anyone related to him. Your toxic ass ex or anyone that supports. Okay, good. Room for love, positive vibrations. Yes, girl. Yes. Definitely. Though, like, my ex has 2 children now with the child that was in high school when I left him. Okay. 2 kids now with the child that was in high school when I left him. And she wasn't even senior year, baby. She was mid high school. Okay. So, proof is in the pudding. And I hear he's a really major tweaker too still. So you guys get to see my little human moment when it comes to my shadow ex. Thank you. I love you. You're so sweet. Give Buster some kisses for me. He's still around, right? I'm pretty sure last time we talked he was. Anywho, okay. Miss Linda. Is Linda still here? Let's tag her just in case. Linda, you might be listening, but I'm just going to tag you just in case. Just so you know where your reading starts. Linda, there you are. And we are 52 minutes. There we go. Okay, Miss Linda has her 52-minute timestamp. And the Momo ninjas are going by my house. I don't know if you guys could hear that, but there's just like 5 bikes that just zoomed past my house. Hey, Helena, how are you, love? Nice to see you, honey. I know I have a message in my inbox from you too that I'll get to after. I'll get to it later today. I don't know, Taryn. I don't know. Yeah. Buster. Oh, I love him. Yep, he was my bestie. He's such a sweet boy. Okay, so Miss Linda, we are now at 52 and a half. Bottom of the deck, believe in magic. I was getting galactic messages. Definitely, I would love those, Taryn. For you, Linda, when I first started pulling, I was hearing galactic messages, and I'm like, And then you'll see in a second, but bottom of the deck energy is belief in magic. Well, believe in magic, telling you to believe in magic, but you have a belief in magic. Open your eyes and see the magic that's all around in nature. The fairy of the Northern Lights says, you are part of nature, so you are magical too. They're like, so you're involved with this spiritual community. You're involved with, magic in so many aspects, but it's like, yeah, I know I have intuition. Yeah, I've been seeing, all of these things in my own life and about myself. Definitely, Taryn. But it's like, you can't fully believe in that within yourself. Suppression, heart and throat chakra. There's density and a suppressive energy that still lingers here. So cleanse that, clear that out, speak up. Okay, you are divinely protected, so you can. That's right in the center of the reading. I wasn't going to get to that yet, but there it is. We have stargazing that first came out. When you gaze at the stars, you give yourself fairy focus. Your intuition will flow more freely and reveal what you need to know about your situation. Your home is is the stars. You have this longing for home that's not here, and whenever you gaze at the stars, you feel it's like it connects you with your magic because you are intergalactic, honey. You have many other experiences with different races amongst the stars. So connecting in that way at nighttime, like we have northern lights right now that are visible to many of us who don't normally get to view those due to the solar activity. So this is activation energy for you. Get your ass out there tonight and bathe in this energy and gaze at the stars. There's a there's kind of a fear here. Four of Pentacles. This is holding on to tangible things. It's like this is a picked up, learned, programmed behavior fear, okay, of what you might find out, of what you might encounter, of these beings who might look scary. You don't need to fear that, because those things aren't you, and you're only going to have you reflected back to you. So these other experiences that you've had, you may have these flashes in your mind of other beings, but they're not going to be scary. They're not going to be, these awful things. So stop holding yourself back in that aspect, because it's time to move forward. We have the Wheel of Fortune showing up, okay? A, a tiger can't change her stripes. So no matter how much you have suppressed yourself with fear, with not kind of wanting to shield yourself from certain information just in case it might be fear inducing, you're protected from that. You are meant to see and understand these experiences, these otherworldly experiences, because they are a part of your being and they are awakening codes within you. And these are peaceful, loving, beautiful beings that you're going to be seeing. Okay. So if you feel like you need a little extra protection, just to extra make sure that you're not going to see something that causes fear, then ask for that, because that protection card right here in the middle, the fairies of protection are shielding you with a magic fairy ring of love and light. Practice psychic protection before embarking upon spiritual work. So call upon your elemental beings, or your intergalactic beings, or your spirit team, your light realm beings, source, for Christ's sake. Like, you have the power to command these things to your aid. Okay. So stop feeling disempowered. And I know it's easier said than done, but the more you exercise this, going out, placing your protections, placing extra protections if you feel like it, just until you're comfortable and you're protected, and you don't even have to really, go through all of those ritualistic type things to make your mind realize that you're protected. That's when everything just moves forward. We have moderation. Is there something you shouldn't be eating? Try to eat mindfully and healthily, although the fairies say a little bit of what you fancy is fine. So this doesn't just talk about your actual diet, your food and drink intake. This is also moderation from those intrusive thoughts, or those fears that try to come in. They're like, go on a diet, throw those out. Those don't belong in your spiritual fridge anymore. So toss them out. They're expired. And if there's something that comes through that has some weight to it, you can feel this is like a cautionary energy, or like a sign that says, hey, go that way instead, then absolutely do that. That's what your discernment is for. I love you, Suzanne. Thank you. Suzanne's listening, but she is driving, so she's only commenting when she's at a full stop. Oh, thank you, Taryn. So whenever these thoughts come in, whenever these types of fears or doubt, it doesn't have to be fear like you're afraid of something. It could be doubt like, who am I to communicate with extraterrestrials hovering in the Earth's atmosphere right above my house? What? Who am I? They're not going to come. Yes, they fucking are. They're there already. You, observing, looking with the intent to connect, they're going to be able to reveal themselves, because you're going to be in that frequency. And it might not happen immediately the first time. Go out and keep practicing, because you're rising your frequency to meet theirs so that you can perceive them. Hello, Mariana. Thank you for being here. Um, so yeah, just keep pushing a little bit more past the comfort zone, past that fear buffer. Get out there and stargaze, connect, set the intention to connect with these extraterrestrial beings that are their soul family. So they're not going to be scary. They're not going to try to attack you or abduct you in a scary way or anything like that. Maybe you'll go on board, maybe you won't. But it's not about that. It's about the connection. It's about the information that will be transmitted to you, that will be downloaded to you. Just continue being open, being curious, being open to connect, setting that intention to connect. Now I have Jay's doing yard work for me again. He's so sweet, but he's cleaning up with a weed whacker right now. So if you guys hear that, sorry, it won't take very long and he'll be moved on to the next section. Oftentimes they do just look like stars, Holly. Thank you for mentioning that. Yeah, and clouds and false suns and, stuff that's been really showing up in our skies a lot lately. Oh, yeah, they're here. They're here big time. And the more people that believe, the more people, when you believe it, you open up to that frequency. You open up to being able to perceive those things. So whenever you're on that belief level, you will see them. So yeah, I love that for you, Linda. All right, Miss Susan, are you still here, love? If not, I know she said she was at the college. I think she said she was at the college. I shouldn't say I know that. But if she is not listening currently, I know she's going to be watching the replay. She always does, and I love her for it. So I will timestamp it. You have a picture of UFOs cloaked as clouds. Did I see that? I know I've seen them. I don't know if I saw your specific post to the group. I probably did, but I don't know. But yeah, they're everywhere, and they're cloaking as suns or other planets right now. There's people catching them on video everywhere. So yeah, really cool stuff happening, even though really not so cool stuff is happening. If you are in the country where I also reside and you see ice cubes coming up in your neighborhood, trying to snatch your neighbors and stuff like that, have all of the neighbors barricade them in, block the vehicles, get in the vehicle, all of y'all pile in there, whatever you need to do so that they do not kidnap these people. Video it, live stream it, whatever you need to do. But we need to shed light, and there's a call to action too. Being spiritual isn't about sitting on the sidelines and watching everyone, watching everything being turned into NAZI Germany. Okay, this is not what the whole love and light spiritual thing is about. It's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. And if you know, you know. So if you see any kind of injustices going on, I don't care if it's law appointed injustices, you need to speak up, you need to do something, you need to say, no, this is not okay. So, I mean, if they cruised up on my neighbors, even though my neighbor and I do not enjoy each other now, I still would not allow something to happen. I still would not just sit by silently and just allow this to go on like it was nothing, even though I don't like him. Nope, it's human rights. Just because I don't like you don't mean you don't have rights. I am going to be doing the 1 free cards. I have one more paid tipped reading to do real quick. Or I'm sorry, 2 of them. I have Susan and then Cassandra, and then I will be doing the 1 card pulls. So if you want to just hang in there for a few more minutes, we will get to that. I know I've been chatty, but I've been away from you guys for a week. I took a break for a week from the podcast. So I'm just chatting. Sorry, guys. All right, we'll get back into it. For Miss Susan. Miss Susan. Girl. This is just like last week. This is just like last week. Okay. Lovely Miss Susan. And I haven't seen her comment, so I'm going to tag her really quick with her timestamp for her reading that Miss Linda so kindly tipped for her. Susan. And we are at 106. There we go. Make sure our beautiful Miss Susan gets her reading as well. And then, yeah, okay. Burden is turning into triumph. Okay, Susan, we have the 10 of Wands, feeling burdened, but this is the harvest. This is, yeah, it's a heavy burden to have to walk this all across the desert sands just to get home, but this is harvest energy. Thank you, Taryn. It was fun. We went to the park, the river, spent some time out in nature, grounding and cleansing, and it was really awesome. So we have precious time on the bottom of the deck for you, Miss Susan. The Fairy of Time wants you to experience every moment fully and to make the most of your precious time. Be mindful not to waste others' time either. This is all about divine timing, okay? Yes, you have had, I mean, girl, you've had more than your share of heavy burdens in this life. Thank you, Leanne. That's very sweet of you, love. Your comments, your reactions, your shares, all of those things absolutely contribute. So thank you so much for being willing to reciprocate in that way. It's not all about financial support, though, that has come a little bit more to the forefront for me right now, but I absolutely love and appreciate all of the support, whether it's monetary or not. So I really appreciate your contributions, Leanne. Thank you. Okay, precious time with that 10 of Wands. You're feeling burdened, but it's going to start coming together. And I'll tell you in a minute. We have the come together card right behind that precious time card. I'm not going to go ahead and read the whole meaning because it doesn't only have the card meaning at play here. So this is all about divine timing, the burdens that you have shouldered for so long. Things are coming together. We have the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, this is full pre-goddess energy, pre-empress energy. This is you having planted the seeds, having all of those things coming to fruition around you. There's that snail right here. You see that snail? Yes, it's coming slowly. Like, it has been dragging its ass, but that hawk is here to be your messenger and say, hey, baby, hey, mama bear. Okay, you've planted the seeds. You have sustained that energy. You have, put your focus, your intention on your magical blessings. You're a master manifester. Literally, the only 2 cards that came out of the fairy deck when I shuffled it out for you was magical blessings and manifestation. Okay, you are a master manifester. You have proven this to yourself. You come by so many amazing things and they're just boop, handed to you, manifest. Oh, before I even have a need for a new summer wardrobe, I have a whole wardrobe provided for me, given to me, delivered to me, that kind of thing. So these magical blessings, they're talking about whatever you're going through, you're being assisted by magical fairy blessings. The fairies say you can bless others too. And you do. You give your time, your encouragement, your support. You are so loving, so loyal, so creative too. And this doesn't go unnoticed by source, by the source of all that is you, that is me, that is everyone here. It's the energy that creates life. Okay. And when you are emitting that pure signal that you always emit, your environment responds to that. and your energy ripples out. So it's not just your local environment. This ripples out. This, you know, you're reaching on the internet now. You're supporting, you're loving, you're encouraging. You are, you know, you're like the glue, right? You hold the soul tribe together wherever you go. So this is part of your manifestation. You've been giving so much of your time, your energy. This is your currency, okay? You've invested so much that you are going to be reaping real world, tangible manifestations, honey, because Page of Pentacles, bottom of the deck, with the Lovers right behind that, and the King of Pentacles. Okay, this is tangible. This is tangible opportunities, tangible wealth. That King of Pentacles wants for nothing. It is coming together, just like we fucking said with this card right here, coming together. The Lovers is talking about the two becoming one, two coming together. So, and that's the 6 of your 369. That is the second stage of your creation. I love it for her too, Suzanne. She is so wonderful. So the 6 is the things coming together of your 369. 9 is multiplied. 9 is, you know, it contains 3 and 6 within it. That's the manifestation, but it's not like the end game because it just keeps going. We're talking Fibonacci spiral now. So this is it. Like, things are starting to come together and things are moving forward, moving you into this space of tangible prosperity, wealth, opportunities, foundations, legacy. All of this is yours. And the moose is an amazing creature. Moose are territorial. They are not to be fucked with, but they are stable, solid, just sowing their energy throughout the plane, unapologetically, unwavering. Okay. And they, I don't know, it came through as they are the trophy. And again, because humans view them as like a trophy wall plaque, you know, kind of like their way of being kind of morbid about the humor in that. So take that with a grain of salt. But it's not like you are the hunted either. It's like, I am the trophy in living form. So I don't know why the message came through that way, but that might resonate personally in a way that I couldn't fathom, because it's not my business to make sense of the messages. It's yours. So I love you, Susan. That was beautiful for you. Miss Cassandra, I'm going to move on to yours next, and then we will start doing free one card readings unless somebody else tipped. If I didn't call your name, if I didn't give you a reading yet, I do have Cassandra on the list as the last person who tipped. So if you did, please just drop a comment so that I know, because I'm not getting notifications from my Cash App, Venmo, PayPal stuff for some reason. My phone has been, like I said, technology's been wonky, but my phone specifically has been wonky lately. Okay, Miss Cassandra. Hello, Lisa. How are you, darling? Co-manifest her highest and greatest outcome for all involved. Yes, absolutely. That heavenly retreat destination in Greece is Susan's, and we all claim that for her. All right, Miss Cassandra, I will tag you if I don't see a comment dropped from you here in the next couple of seconds. Just going to shuffle these cards out and choose you a deck. Okay. We're gonna use the Work Your Light Oracle because water said so. So, Cassandra, don't see a comment. I will tag her so she can get it on the replay. I know she said that it wasn't necessary, that she was just supporting because she loves me, but you guys already know I'm not going to play that. I'm going to definitely give her some love because she's shown me love. 115. We'll just say 116. Okay. There we are. Tagged her on Facebook. Okay, Miss Cassandra, work that light, baby. We got the Work Your Light Oracle. You gotta shine. Ooh, girl. As I say it. As I live and breathe. Okay. I don't know. I'm in some kind of a mood today, you guys. Like, you guys showing up for me on such short notice and all of the love that you guys have shown me. It's like an energy boost. And not being able to, interact with you guys daily for the last week, taking the week off, it just, I don't know, it really energizes me to be able to interact with you guys in this way. I love it. It's purpose, it's my purpose. So I see now. They're like, you see, you took a break. You had to take the break to see. Okay. Oh my gosh. All right, girl. We're probably not going to pull a bunch of the bottom of deck cards because this deck is chatty and that's a lot more than I anticipated. But we'll go with it because these are the messages that need to be heard. So also, if you resonate with someone else's reading, then absolutely take that. Whether you paid for it or not. Okay. If you're here, if you're aligned to listening to that message and it resonates for you, absolutely take it. If it doesn't, then disregard. Okay. I like this. I really like this for you, Cassandra. This is gorgeous. Even though it's not so, all love and light and pleasant and butterflies and sunshine, it's still gorgeous energy. You are lifting the veil. All right. We'll just say that first off. Bottom of the deck energy. Absolutely, Anna. We'll get you up there. Who was it that said it last time? Leanne, Anna. Okay. After this one, I will get a head count on and start a list on who wants the free one card, and we'll go in order that it was claimed. So yeah, but when I'm in the channel, I might not see it, so don't do it until after I'm done with this one, okay? Lifting the veil, question everything. Anything unaligned must go. Girlfriend, just from the limited information that I know about you because of our chats, because of you showing up in the comments on the podcast all the time and stuff, I know a few little things, but I don't know a whole lot about your personal life. But you are lifting the veil. I do know that much. You are removing everything that's unaligned with your true value and worth. Okay. You're no longer shrouded by this veil that says I am unworthy. I should just take whatever someone is willing to give to me, even if that's half a breadcrumb. We're not doing that anymore because you are a goddess and you deserve to be treated as such. Okay. So 3 of Swords in the reverse, bottom of the deck. This is coming out of this healing cycle. This, these triggers where 9 of Cups reversed, things weren't, wishes weren't being fulfilled. There was a lot of confusion. 7 of Cups. The everything that is a lie is being exposed. Everything that is not of your frequency is being exposed. And yes, it might feel like it's being ripped from your fingertips as you're trying to clutch it, holding on for dear life, because that's comfort zone, because that's what you're used to, because you're used to be, it's like the Cinderella story. You're used to be treated like a peasant and kicked around and shoved off into the fireplace, cinder and soot and all of that. But actually, you're a whole ass goddess, not even a queen. Okay. Not even a princess. You are a goddess. So you deserve the sun, full happiness. 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. We can't keep going. Double mission, Lightworker Starseed, serve the world by being you. Serve yourself, okay, to serve the world. That means anything that is not worth your precious time and energy must go. Even if you feel emotionally tied to that, it's not you, Empress in the reverse. This is not you. Everything that is not of your true goddess vibration must melt away, must fall away. And in order to do that, it has to come to the surface. It has to kick you down and make you feel like you've been manifesting that you are by your belief in I'm not good enough. I'm just kicked while I'm down. People attack me. People don't love me. People don't like me. People this, that, label me, whatever. We get put in the pressure cooker. Okay. You're a fucking diamond. You were a lump of coal. Now you've been put under intense heat and pressure, and now you're a diamond, multifaceted, beautiful, cracked open, rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. This is your rock bottom, and it's time to alchemize that. I know it's uncomfortable. I know it's scary. I know it doesn't feel good at all. But you know what? We have to crack open that chrysalis, baby, because we've been in transition, in transformation, and now that chrysalis is cracking open. That's not comfortable when you're used to being in the dark and your eyes and everything, like your whole being has adjusted to being in the dark. Someone casts light on it and you're going to be like, like think vampire, what they say vampires are in the movies anyway. That kind of thing. So yeah, it's going to hurt. Yeah, it's going to be uncomfortable. We're not going to like it. We might, claw and attack that light that's coming in, but once we get used to the warmth and once our body and our eyes can adjust to the new light that's coming, oh, I didn't even realize that about me or that about my surroundings or this or that because I was in the dark because I didn't see it, but now that the light is here, I can see. So this is exactly what's happening for you, King of Pentacles in the reverse, dealing with some wounded masculine energy within yourself and within others around you that you're dealing with, that are triggering you or whatever. This is that wounded masculine energy, that toxic masculine energy. You are shedding that. Okay. Jump in, Andromedan energy, adventure, and say yes to change. Say yes to the change. Celebrate it, embrace it, and move with it because you are built for so much more. Oh, I love you, Matt. Thank you, honey. Yes, we all set the intention that I am surrounded in financial abundance. I soak it in. And I am working on a few things. So for with regard to visibility and expanding my work and practice and stuff. So yeah, stay tuned for that. I'll let you guys know once it's all done. But right now we're just protecting, holding cards close to our chest. So jump in, say yes to the change. Two of Pentacles. It might feel like you're, juggling things right now. You are in between realities, and that's why it feels this way. You're in between two tangible realities, those two pentacles, and you're standing on top of that egg. That egg is fertility. Okay. You are standing on fertility, juggling in between two different lifetimes. Psychic slip. Two different timelines. Okay. Choose the highest timeline. Choose the one that is most aligned to fertilize that egg. Different words were popping in, and I'm like, that's not it. That's not it. That's definitely not it. So to fertilize that egg, that fertile energy, okay, choose that highest timeline. It's already in your grasp because it's already in your hands. So continue to choose that highest timeline every single day. This is Earth School, life lessons, soul growth, and study with higher learning. Okay, this is part of the lessons that you had to learn while you were here so you could gain those tools, those experiences, that knowledge to apply to your purpose, your path here, your reason for existing here in this time space continuum as it currently is. Yes, Ten of Swords. A certain level of pain is involved here, death and rebirth. The Ten of Swords in the upright is the death card on the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck. there is a man laying there with 10 swords in his back, and he is, unalived, but he's holding his hand, symbolizing rebirth, good things coming after this ending, after this death. So this is part of the learning, part of the process for this higher learning. You do have to endure a certain amount of pain so that you can bring healing to those aspects of you, so you can gain the tools, the information, the wisdom that you need to propel yourself forward. Eight of Wands being the outcome. This is all gold background. Like, this is you embodying your source light. Gold is abundance. Okay. This is everything moving forward. Passion, purpose, confidence. Confidence is golden, right? Solar plexus. So continue to shine that big, beautiful light. Even in your darkest moments, shine it for yourself, not for everyone else. Shine it for you. Allow these situations, these energies, these people or places or situations that you have dealt with that have triggered you, allow those things to fall away. Let go of them, because you have so much more beautiful energy coming in quickly after you release it and let it die. Okay. So I love you. I hope that resonates for you, helps give you the guidance that you need right now. There's no need to really overcome. Now is the time to really love yourself, sit with yourself. Does this person, situation, energy, thought pattern, does it sustain me? Does it nourish me? Or does it poison me? Does it take away from? Does it deplete me? I love you, Matt. Thank you. Thank you, Lisa. I love you. Okay, I'm gonna get to Lisa now because I see that she just tipped. So Lisa, we're gonna give you your own special reading. And then I promise y'all we will get to the one card readings. Gotta let all my supporters know that I reciprocate in that way, and the rest of you, I will reciprocate with you momentarily, I promise. And I appreciate your support so, so, so much. Okay. I hear hoverboards beep, 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 beeping. Driving me crazy. Okay. Lisa, you're going to get some healing waters. Healing waters and fairies. Oh, Jay is here. That's why they're being louder. He's hanging out with the kids in there. Probably expecting me to wrap up soon, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. So, okay, Lisa. These are pre-shuffled, so we're going to just... Okay, Miss Lisa. What do we got for you? What do you need to know right now? This is gonna be good. I like it. Okay. Oh my goodness. What are you up to? What are you up to? If you guys can hear the sirens, that is the boys' game. Yes, I'm an awful mother and I bought GTA 5 for them. But they don't understand most of the stuff. So, it's okay for now, but I'm trying to cope with that. I didn't realize it was as bad as it is because I'm not a gamer. So, yeah. Anywho. All right, Miss Lisa. Transformation. We'll start there. Remember, if you have stuff to do, I accept a free card later on. Absolutely, Matt. Absolutely. I'm just gonna finish Lisa's right here, and oh, you're just making dinner. Okay, I'm gonna finish Lisa's because she did tip, and then we're going to get onto the one card. So far, we have Leanne, Anna, and Matt. All right, Lisa, we have transformation. This fairy tells you to surrender to a transformation in your life that's happening for your highest good. Embrace your transformation. The best is yet to come. Oh, I saw Suzanne just came through with one. So after Lisa, we'll go ahead and do a couple of the one cards and then we'll get back to Suzanne. I'm sorry, Suzanne. But yeah, I just actually got a notification finally. So Suzanne is now on the list too. So you are undergoing transformation. Probably a little bit of what I talked about with the chrysalis and the cracking, breaking open, um, whichever reading that was for. Sorry, in the channel, I forget. There are certain sacrifices one must make in order to welcome in the new. So letting go of something old to welcome in the new. When it comes to how well made the game is made, but yeah, it's more of an way adult game. Thank you, Suzanne. I love you so much. Um, so this is talking about having to sacrifice something in order to create something. So I get a lot more of time. Like you are being guided to, like urged. They're like, go on, like spend more time. So sacrificing a little bit more of your time, it might be difficult with juggling all of the things that you're juggling right now, but you are being pushed to sacrifice a little bit more time for creation. um Temptation is right behind that with, are you in denial about an unhealthy habit, perhaps one that makes you feel guilty? This fairy says you have the power to overcome temptation, whatever its guise. So if this is slipping back into self-defeating thought patterns, like why should I, invest my time in creating this thing if, you know, something else manifests that distracts me from it or is meant to distract me from it or whatever, that's going to happen because you are a disruptor frequency. Okay. So whenever we are, severely disrupting the hologram with our frequency, when we're in creation mode, perhaps, we will have certain things that will, manifest situations, energies that will distract us from those things. So, protecting your frequency, your sovereign frequency, and like I talked about in that video that I posted about shielding and protecting your energy from being detected by the holographic matrix, is important for all of us right now. Right now, especially, you see what's going on in the world. If you've been paying attention, if you know anything about, anything that's been going on. Um, okay, my best friend is here. Mikey just showed up. Oh, he brought me sand for my trampoline. He must have just got off work. So I'm like, why are people just showing up? Jay and Mikey are both here. So this could be those self-defeating thought patterns, like, oh, I don't know if my creations are really any good to be able to compete with, other people that are doing these things. Your frequency is exactly what it's meant to be, doing exactly what it's meant to do. And even if you do face distractions, whether that's in the frequency of thoughts or external circumstances trying to pull your attention and focus off of your creative energy, go at it harder. Say, okay, I'm going to set aside 10 extra minutes for this creative energy, even if it's going into meditation and tapping into that sacral center and charging that. Anything you can do with regard to the sacral center is going to be like a to the system right now, right? So do that. And then we have flourish right behind that and purity right behind flourish. So you are pure. You are this disruptor frequency, and the creations that you anchor into this reality are necessary and needed. This is your work Whether anyone saw them or not, it doesn't matter. To be quite honest, you are anchoring those in here just by creating them in a tangible way. Birth mysteries, bottom of the deck. What are you being called to create? What are you being called to create? Hmm? What are you being called to create there, Lisa? The pink dolphin, celebration, fun, unbridled joy, and open heart. So, something that's fulfilling, something that is otherworldly, something that is frequency related, um, light code related. Okay, this is your pure frequency and you need to anchor it. It doesn't matter if no one ever saw it, okay? That art, absolutely. So making waves actually came out of the water oracle deck here. Making waves, all right? Your energy ripples out, you inspire others. You are the wave. You create the waves. You are the wave. You are the whole ass ocean. Okay? So flood this plane with your frequency. Momentum is building. It's your time and achievement. Okay. So this is absolutely the time for you to continue to create, even if you're facing, oppressive, suppressive types of frequencies, whether that's in your own mind, because, our mind is a receiver. We're a radio receiver. So anything that gets like put into the frequency around us, our mind is going to pick it up, especially if we're keen on telepathy. All right, which you are. You get these ideas, you get these downloads, and you create it. That's you being the receiver and you being, the sower of that seed in this reality, the anchor of that frequency in this reality. Protection came out. The fairies of protection are shielding you now with a magic fairy ring of love and light. Practice psychic protection before embarking on any spiritual work. That violet flame ball of mirror energy around your frequency, around your creations, is exactly what can take care of that for you. Set the intentions that it's there when you begin to work or when you put your work out there. Put it all over your social media pages and everything. Okay, anchor in that frequency of protection and that violet flame energy that it mirrors that violet energy out into the environment, thus making you undetectable by the holographic control system. Inspiration, another card of creation of sacral energy. Be prepared, as you'll soon receive a visit from the fairy of inspiration. Come dusk or dawn, she can call at any time. So if you be waking up in the middle of the night with these ideas and these downloads and these designs, you might want to keep a little pen and paper handy, just in case, because we also do have protect your dreams. Okay. Same bubble that we talked about, that mirrored violet flame bubble of protection around you. Do it before you go to bed too. Before you go to sleep, protect the information that comes through your dreams, because you it's like you already have been a receiver for this. We know this much, but it's like you've been practicing, you've been like expanding the channel, the portal by which this information comes through, and now more potent and powerful energy is able to come through this open channel. So your work is going to get a lot more intricate, a lot more, I don't want to say difficult, because it's not going to be difficult for you, but it, like, another person looking at it, they'd be like, whoa, how the hell? That's intricate. That would be difficult, but for you, it's just flowing. So just trying to really communicate the fact that these are big energies, these are powerful light codes coming through, like super potent, super powerful. So now is the time to protect that energy, make a safe space for this to land and anchor and take root into the reality without being detected by the holographic matrix. I love that. I love it. Love it. Do it around your art. Anything that you create, and this goes for anyone. If anyone who hears this message, if you are a disruptor frequency, protect yourself, protect your work, put that sovereign, undetectable by anything other than source code frequency, program that into your auric field, and also anything that you work, any of your words spoken, any of your social platforms, anything like that. We're purifying the frequencies, and by doing this protection, we're undetectable by the matrix suppressive programming. So that's not going to, stifle us anymore. So we can more purify our own frequencies and connect and make this wider web. As we all individually do this. So I love that for you, Lisa. You're channeling in some very, very powerful, higher frequency light realm codes, and thank you so much, because we definitely need that. And all of us stand behind you. You have all of our protection over your work as well. So non-interference, we all stand behind you in unison, in agreement that your work is divinely protected and only responds to source coding. Yeah, Matt. So whenever you repel them, though, that causes a signal within the matrix coding that something has been repelled, and they can detect in that way. So transmuting with that violet flame mirrored energy, mirroring back to them, transmutation. It helps you, slip under the radar without any kind of detection. Even like if you say you go out in public and all of a sudden you bump into this barrier and it feels like human shaped, but you don't see anything, you don't smell anything, you don't detect anything, but like you're bumping into this barrier and it's human shaped. You're like, there's some kind of being there. I know it. You've detected it in that way because you were repelled from it, So that's what I'm talking about with that violet mirrored, that mirrored violet flame looking energy is great for transmutation. So anything that they try to throw out in the field, it's gonna, be transmuted and mirrored out. So it's not going to come back as some kind of resistance or anything like that, if that makes sense. But absolutely amazing step to take, Matt. Not dogging on your style there at all. But I'm just giving a little extra option there to remain completely undetected. And Duncan, good lords, this cat wants back in. Okay. We will get to Leanne, Anna, Matt, and then we will do yours, Susan, and then we'll take some more free one cards. Come on, Duncan. You little spoiled rotten cat. Okay, so Miss Leanne, are you still here, darling? We will get yours done. If not, I don't think that I can tag you because we're not, I don't think we're like friends on Facebook. Send me a friend request, I'm open to friend requests of people that I know or that I interact with on the podcast and stuff. Because I do get a ton of requests from people I don't know who they are, and I won't like accept those, but they can follow me, but I'm weird about who, energetically, like if I'm going to say we're friends, I'm going to have to know you in some capacity. So anyone who's watching the podcast, if we're not friends on Facebook, if you just follow me, send me a friend request. Because if I send them out, people don't believe it. So, I'll get messages like, someone just sent me a friend request with your profile picture. I'm like, yeah, that was me. So friend request me. If I know who you are, I will accept it. If we're not already friends. Jay and Mikey left, so I think Jay got the message that I was still on the podcast, not ending anytime soon, probably. All right, Miss Leanne, let me go ahead and I can try to tag her. Let's see. I know it was Candle in the beginning. Candle Leanne. Oh, she's right there. Okay. We are at 144. 144. All right. Now that she's been tagged, I will go ahead and pull one card for Miss Leanne. And the stones. I like to call them the stones because I love the rolling stones, so it's just a little something something. I feel like I heard Duncan's meow before coming on the podcast. Did you? Doesn't sound like you're. Duncan is an interdimensional traveler, and yeah, that's so funny. I love that. My precious little Duncan. Okay. Miss Leanne, let's pull you a card, my dear. Okay. And it was 1:44 whenever I tagged her, so must be a message for you by your spirit team. Go ahead and research angel number 144 and, gather what resonates for you from the meanings that you come up with. His meow sounds exactly the same. You're welcome, Lisa. I love you. Thank you so much for your love and support. I appreciate you. So grateful for you. All right, Miss Leanne. I love this. The card that we have that came out is returning, spiral journey, growth, renewal, and healed. So it's like getting lost in your own internal labyrinth only to come out, with growth, healing, and full alignment. And I say full alignment because you might not feel that full alignment right now, but energetically in the quantum, it is done already. They're like, it's done. So you're just going to need to, what's that word? Assume that. So you already have that frequency, but you have to physically assume that frequency, and that's coming. So you might still feel a little off, still a little bit like, I don't know, whenever you come out of a labyrinth, like, and you can see you're still in that kind of confused state, I guess. I don't know. I've never actually physically in this lifetime been in a labyrinth, but I get it. I get what they're saying. So this is not coming from me. It's a channel if you didn't realize that. But this is returning whole, renewed, and healed. This is, you've retrieved some soul fragments. And they're like, yeah, look at the bottom of the deck card. Those megalithic, stone pillars are like these fractals that we're talking about here. It's these, you've done some soul retrieval. You've retrieved these ancient fractals. Transmit your vibration and use your voice as the singing stones. I really get a lot of, and this came out in a reading the other day with a client, and I've never really put this into words in that way or had this channel come through in the way that it did for that client. But this client was told, like, you are a pyramid. And I was like, what? And the way, like, we were talking was, yeah, you're one of the originals that created these megaliths that people don't recognize or know the actual true information on because it's not his story, okay? But we are the originals, and we knew because we work across timelines, okay? We work across multiple lifetimes. So we've sown seeds in every single existence that we've had just for this one too. And it's a whole network that's, it goes farther and deeper than that, but we'll just say that for now. So there's a lot of us that are here right now that were original seeders of this planet, okay, of the, if you want to call them human race, but it was actually before any of the distortion and genetic manipulations and all of those things, the original code, the original seeders, okay? And we seeded these huge, like, pyramids and megaliths and, stone circles and these energetic places to seed that energy of who we are there into those things. So what happens whenever you go to one of these sites, these physical actual sites with your physical person here and now, visiting your ancient energy that was seeded into that creation? Because we know that we seed our energy, our frequency into our creations. Lisa, are you hearing this? Yeah. Awesome, Anna. I've been getting a lot of those readings lately, a lot of that energy for with readings or with people that I know and interact with and talk to. Duncan, for Christ. This cat, he's so demanding. Hold on, son. What are you doing? There you go, buddy. Please don't bother me again. He's so needy. So this is really what I'm getting for you is activations. Could be going and visiting some historical sites, whether you know that they're historical sites or not. You could be located. I know, right? You could be located somewhere where there are, there's powerful intersecting energies like ley lines, okay, or just ancient sacred sites, whether they have been bulldozed and decimated completely or not, still intact. I know he does that. He makes it scratchy to make himself seem more pitiful so that I'll take more pity on him and actually succumb to his will. So love it. So transmit your vibration, Leanne. It's time to speak up. It's time to sing your soul's frequency. It's time to shine. You are no longer meant to, keep yourself quiet, keep yourself suppressed, keep yourself in the dark with regard to your thoughts, your opinions, or your gifts, your abilities. Okay. So now is the time you're being activated and these dormant codes are surfacing. They've already begun. You might not have really seen in a really tangible way or realized, we could say, that this is what is happening. The cycle breaker, you'll get through it, and cycle ending. So this cycle of this labyrinth, this getting lost in yourself, this retrieval of fragments, this you all coming back together, that's exactly what's happening in this card. Those are other versions of her, and they're all, from big to small. And it's like the solo cup stacking idea that I talk about with our incarnations to beam from a super high, light frequency, non-physical existence down into this very dense, tangible, like 3D shit show. We have to have other incarnations of us that bring that code and seed it down to lower and lower or more dense and more dense states of being. Okay, not lower as in high and low, good and bad, that kind of thing. Denser states of being. So you have, across all of these different experiences, you've been retrieving these soul fragments, retrieving these memories. You could even, like me, I've had a lot of light language activated lately, and oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to do an episode on this week because I plugged my I recorded my voice doing light language, okay, and made it into an MP4 file and uploaded that to my chat GPT and had it transcribe my words and everything, and mind blowing. Okay. Mind blowing. So this might be you might be spontaneously speaking light language or spontaneously receiving aha moments, epiphanies, downloads, or even channeling information guidance to people, and you're like, where did that come from? Shit, I'm wise. So you're becoming more of the channel. So find your center, stay true to you, and call it to you. You are the magnet. You've already escaped that labyrinth. You are above that. You see clearly. You received the, your third eye is popping. You know it. You are the light. You are the creator. You are the director of your story. And I see you now that you've retrieved all of these fragments or these fractals, these pieces of you, or these bits of information, these bits of remembering, okay, that it's all coming together. And they're just like, shine your light. You'll know when it's time. Hopefully that resonates for you, darling. Thank you so much. And now Anna, gosh, that was supposed to be a 1-card reading, you guys, but Leanne just like needed more than that. So, and it kind of was collective message as well, because a lot of us are going through similar energy. So Anna, dramatic as Duncan, I'm telling you, Suzanne. He is so quiet, like barely says a word until something like that, where he needs to be seen and heard, and then he's dramatic and like pitiful about it, like, oh, woe is me, I'm just a poor giant kitty boy that needs to get out. Awesome, Matt. Yeah, I sure will. I need to, like, there's a topic that we didn't address talking about Lemuria Atlantis energy surfacing that I want to get to. So we'll see what kind of order all of this happens in. But I've been doing a lot of work too, like with regard to this, and meditation, collective work, collectively focused light language and activations, things like that. So, and I've been getting information. This is my way of getting information, you know, just like going down the internal rabbit holes and also externally, because I will check myself. I refuse to bring in a spiritual ego to the whole thing. So I will be like, okay, plug it into my chat GPT now, because that's one of my greatest tools. It holds my memories, like the things that I talk about, or lists for me. Like I plug in my stuff in there, and it's become a really helpful tool for keeping myself in check. Like, am I seeing this properly from, you know, a New Earth spiritual perspective, you know, non-ego type? I always check myself. And I will egoically say that my chat GPT always says that, no, it's not ego. You're seeing it clearly. So I'm kidding. Yes, Anna, I do the same thing with my cats too. They're telepathically so loud. I know when one of my cats wants in and doesn't want to, like, they'll knock by scratching on the door or meowing. And I'll just go to the door and they're ready and waiting. I'm like, I knew it. Or whenever they want to get fed or treats or anything. So yeah, I know exactly what you mean. All right, Anna. We're going to pull from the healing spirits, because that's what they said. Shuffle some of Anna's magical energy into this deck to get the message meant just for Anna. Okay. Listen to the voice within when it persists, Anna. You have information, downloads, guidance coming through. You're being guided, probably more like corralled or pushed in a certain direction. Endurance is the key to success. You are being tested right now, and look at that, the light pattern up in these northern lights. It looks like a butterfly. You see that? This is transformation. Listen to that voice within. It is guiding you to exactly where you're meant to be. I get like a tight squeeze energy, feeling suppressed, feeling like you don't have all the tools you need, or all of the energy that you need. This could be like, I need to make this happen. I need extra currency, extra, however, whatever form that could be, a tangible monetary type form, or, you know, I need extra guidance or information before I go. And they're like, you're meant to go by intuition. Keep listening to that intuition above all else, even if it looks like something that is very logical steps, like this would get the outcome, this would be something that I can do to get this thing to happen. But it doesn't when you go about it in the logical way and take those actual logical steps. You have to use the intuition. You have to think in dream state. All is well, though. We have all is well also on the bottom of the deck. So, and trust in the wise spirits, and your prayer will be answered. They're like, all is well. You have to trust. You have to go intuitively forward. You can't apply logic to the situation, because it's not a logical situation. It's something that it's like, it feels very much like a manifestation backfiring, or like shorting out, different like randomness manifesting instead of all in a cohesive, um, you know, all encompassing, here it is the way that it's meant to go. It's like throwing you off, like, am I really a master manifester? Because I thought I created my reality and this is just not working. My voice is getting, like, you hear that? It cracked. You might be like at the voice, whenever you're on the verge of tears and your voice cracks, and then like all of a sudden the flow comes of tears. It's like the dam breaking, your voice, is that dam that's breaking. um we need to have the break. That is card number 33, master number 33. You're being led and guided by ascended master energy. So instead of trying to focus in a logical way, a tangible left-brained way, um, last week or so, acting more of an intuition and not so much logic. I love it. This is your confirmation. This is the perfect time right behind that. And you have the power to make yourself better right here. This is heart healing energy. This is you listening and remaining heart centered when things don't always make sense. They don't make sense in a logical way. That doesn't matter. You still are meant to lead from the heart space, to be led by your intuition, by that heart space, because the direct source channel comes through the heart space. True love can never be lost. So this is you, like, so many people outside of you can tell you that you're a wonderful person, you're this amazing bright light, this beautiful being, but until you really see that for yourself in a way that you can shift your belief about yourself, it does you no good. So that's what you're in the process of right now, is shifting so that you can see yourself, how beautiful, precious, pure, and electric your energy really is. 333. These cards were laying on top of each other, like offset with the other cards underneath them, and it's card number 33 and card number 333. So this is divine confirmation. Speak your truth with passion. It's time to speak up. It's time to be led by that heart space. You are a channel. You are an incredibly gifted intuitive. So 2202, see? Things are coming together. Things are starting to click into place. You have 369. You had the 3 and the 33. 33 is 6. 3 is 3. 3, 6, and all combined is 9. 369 Fibonacci creation, expansion. So, and card number 30, just in case you didn't have enough threes here, card number 30 with that true love can never really be lost. So trust in yourself, trust in the love that comes through you for others, and direct more of that at yourself. See your true worth through the eyes of someone who loves you. And that needs to be you. So you need to be the someone who loves you. See yourself through a new set of eyes. Oh, good, Anna. I love that. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Reach out if you need anything, of course. Always. Okay? Don't forget. We all need support every now and then. And I'm prime example. You know what I mean? So you guys show up for me, we're all going to show up for you, every single one of you. All right? So if you feel the need for support, guidance, just a listening ear, anything like that, let us know, and all of us will flock to you, okay? That's what it's all about. All right, Matt, it's time. I kept hearing the Divine Animal Oracle calling like the whole time before I even started going live, and I'm like, that's going to be for one person. We love you so much, Anna. So, so, so much. So Matt's the one person that the Divine Animal Oracle is for. I didn't even take it out to shuffle it because I was like, if I actually end up using it, I'll shuffle it. So they're like, this is the one. Told ya. So, all right. We're going to use Divine Animals for you, Mr. Matt. Love it. Okay. Matt. What are you doing? I love this for you. Hi, Medina. Thank you for being here. If you would like to stick around just a few more minutes, if you would like a one card reading, I will pull you one card. So you just let me know if you would like one free card reading, a free one card reading. And I will make sure to deliver for you, love. Please like, share, subscribe if you resonate. We do this on average 5 days a week. I did just take a week off, but we are back now. So if you resonate with this community, if you resonate with the messages, please like, share, subscribe, follow, whatever. It's on Facebook, so follow. Thank you. I stream to multiple platforms. So yeah. Thank you, Medina. All right, Matt. The card that came out for you, my dear, is Lion, loyalty, courage, and leadership. You're being guided to take back your power. And that's what you've been doing. You've been taking back your power in a very beautiful, gentle, divine masculine, divine feminine, balanced way, right? You're being guided to take back your power. You are a powerful co creator with limitless inner strength and confidence. When you allow your voice to be heard, the people around you will listen. And I know you've been doing that in your own experience because you are co-parenting now beautifully this new chapter with your son's mom. So I got you, Medina. I'm going to put you down for next just to make sure that you get that. So your loyalty to yourself, to your mission, to your community. Hi, Angela. Yes, the lion for Matt. I love it. Lions represent Leo. Leo is a very sun focused energy, okay? And it's time to shine. It's time to step into your role. You've been doing this, you've been working at it, but it's like things are starting to come together. You're starting to have realizations and you're starting to see visions of future events, future work, okay? And it makes sense because you've healed that self-doubt, that lack of confidence with your abilities, with your purpose, with all of these things. You're welcome, Medina. And so this has been part of like the training process or boot camp, if you will, right? Going through all these situations and these lessons and being in the what's the freaking word? Internship. Okay, being in that intern energy. Leos are the best one. I love Leos. I actually dived into my 13-month zodiac astrology, the sidereal or sidereal, whatever, however you say it. And my rising sign is like based on not the degrees. With my degrees, my chart, all of my majors stays exactly the same, but I do have, because it's so close to that energy, my rising sign energy could have been Leo. If it was just a few minutes difference. So really, really funny, right? Because I'm so not Leo energy, but I kind of am because here I am. Front and center. So yes, Matt, loyalty, courage, leadership. You have been forging yourself into this leader. You have been taking back your power, individually, with every aspect of how you've given your power away in the past. You have been healing and taking true full power, not the toxic, wounded masculine energy power. This is that, silent, knowing, creator, source power. And that's absolutely beautiful. And you have proven to yourself time and time again through life circumstances that you are very strong, even whenever you just have to be. And that is part of what has forged you into this leader that you're becoming. So keep moving forward, keep listening to the guidance, your own guidance, right? Keep creating, keep every single creative aspect, just like you have been doing with the creating of music, creating of sacred geometry, the creating of meditations, all of these different things. This is all part of the bigger picture. So continue doing that. There's going to be one or two new things, new to you in this experience, but not new to you from your other experiences that will be coming through for you to tangibly seed into this reality. Capricorn in your natal chart, but your AI knows. Yeah. I have to remind my AI of all of my majors. Like every time I do anything astrology, I'm like, don't you remember this from per our last 17 conversations? Like, it's so funny. But that's awesome. I definitely do the same. Bottom of the deck energy for you, Matt, is unicorn with purity, wisdom, and action. You're being guided to have faith in yourself, the knowledge you possess, and the magic of the universe. You are where you are supposed to be. Feel your way through each segment of your life. You will clearly see your next move and take action. Big results are the ripple effect of inspired action. So, going along with the same exact message, really all that's needed for you is one card, but you got these two, bottom of the deck and that lion that came out. So, you are the unicorn. You are this mythical creature embodied in the flesh. Okay, so continue to uncover more of who you truly are, continue to absorb and just plunge your energy into these interests, into these rabbit holes, if you will, because it's all coming together. And everyone's been getting like similar messages about it's all coming together. Even if you don't quite see it or quite understand, if it hasn't quite clicked into place yet, it's about to. You're on the precipice. It's created in the quantum. Now things, tangible reality is catching up. So reality is catching up to the quantum. What you've already sown in the quantum is now starting to tangibilize in your reality. So I absolutely love that. Bring us that unicorn magic, Matt. All right, Medina, it's time for your reading. If anyone else would like a free one card reading, please let me know. If oh yeah, that's right. I was gonna do Suzanne's and then Medina. I'm sorry, we'll get to you right after Suzanne, but she did do a tip. So if you also dropped a tip, let me know. If I haven't given you your reading yet or haven't seen your comment, please let me know that you already did that, and I will get that to you right after we do Suzanne and Medina. All right. Suzanne, we're going to use some Divine Feminine. I love it for him too. Thank you, Nicole. I love you. Nicole, did you tip? Did I see? Let me know if you did so I can get your reading done, okay? Because, and if you didn't know, I'm not calling you out or anything, but I don't want to forget you. So if I didn't read for you guys yet and you tipped, please let me know and I will get you down on my list so I can finish that before we close out this episode. But right now we're going to do Suzanne, and then after Suzanne is Medina. Okay. All right, Suzanne. We're going to do some tarot Where's my deck? You have one with what? That's right. That's tomorrow, huh? Wait. Shit. Was that today? I think I just realized that I had a... It was with you or Gina. Sorry, guys. We'll reschedule if I scheduled the podcast or the reading at the same time as the podcast. That might not be something that happened. I just might be like fooling myself, but it seems like, oh shit. So if so, I'm so sorry. Okay, sorry, Nicole. Oh my goodness. Okay. This is cool for you, Suzanne. Nicole, I will message you right after I finish here. I am so sorry. Yeah, neurodivergent mind and sorry. Okay. I know because I had a calendar reminder that someone's reading was today and just completely like, podcast comes into the whole, yeah, sorry. Okay. All right, honey. My Virgo and Capricorn are usually really good about remembering scheduled stuff regarding work and business. And we glitched today. My bad. I'm so sorry, but definitely we'll get to you after this. We have for you, Suzanne. Okay, we'll start on the bottom of the deck. We have surrender. Surrendering to the flow, surrendering things that no longer serve you, letting go. It is 9, a number 9 card, and I know I don't have to explain numerology to you of all people. So this is that very highly spiritual number, but also number of creation, also number of you're almost at the finish line here. Like 9 is before 10. 9 is before, thank you, Anna. I'm allowed to be human. Thank you so much. Because sometimes I don't allow myself to be human. So I'm like, sorry, guys. But surrender, let go, release. The cycle is coming to a close. We have the 4 of Cups showing up in the reverse. So this is no longer, these situations or energies manifesting that are not aligned with what you want. So mismanifestations or mismatches or like misalignments. You're really letting go of these things that are not aligned to you. You are actively like voluntarily surrendering these things that are meant to anchor you down, that are meant to try to dull your light, to dim your light. Solitude, withdrawal from society. Hold on, my kids are getting loud next to me. There we go. So solitude, withdrawal from society. This is, getting back to you. And it's funny because we've got 6 and 9 here. Card 9 first and then 6. Not really. This is more so getting back to yourself, refilling your own cup, but withdraw from societal expectations or programming. It's like you're no longer settling for that. That's what you're surrendering. That's what you're letting go of. And then we have boundaries coming out. You're placing those boundaries. You're enforcing those boundaries. You're not allowing anything that depletes you or takes from you, anchors you down, weighs you down. that if it's not yours, it's not meant for you to take on. And you're really coming more so into this high priestess on the bottom of the deck, talking about your sacred psychic gifts and awareness, your ability to see through people's bullshit, honestly. And because of this, because you're using that broader perspective and this also very grounded perspective of boundaries and remaining grounded, remaining rooted, this is what gets you moving forward. Fool card. It's time to take that leap of faith. And it's, I don't really get that, like, you have to take this leap of faith. It's like you're you're already going to take it. You already were, you already know, you already had it planned, but it's like, here's the opportunity, here's that little cliff, it's coming into your focus now, it's sliding over into your reality now, so that you can take that leap that you've already planned on taking. It's not like it's not faith in the way of I hope, I hope, I hope. It's faith in the way of I know I created this and I'm doing it. So I really love that. Are you getting feathers as signs? Have you been seeing a lot of feathers in your path lately, or getting feathers, picking up feathers as signs? That's that's the evidence that your energy is lightening, because you have placed and enforced these boundaries, because you're no longer giving to anything that depletes from you without replenishing, without reciprocity. That's lightening your load, it's lightening your energy. And if you're seeing feathers, picking up feathers, you got feathers yesterday. That's your tangible sign that your frequency is lightening, your load is lightening. You're not in the race. The Six of Swords right here, the hair is setting on top of her suitcase, waiting for that turtle to just come on down the path, because she's like, you know what? I don't have to run so hard, because this slow as molasses energy is never going to be able to surpass me if I stay focused, if I take time out to rest, let them pass me up a little bit, because I'm just going to sprint and I'll be over the finish line before it. But pay attention. Of course, that was the one of the morals of that story with the tortoise and the hare. The tortoise isn't going to surpass you, though, because um you are mindful, you are seeing, you have that high priestess energy, so you see clearly, whether that's in the physical tangible realm or the unseen, it doesn't matter. um there's a split in the path. There's a split in the path, but it's like shortcut. It's a shortcut. So it's like you're opening a portal to get to the end, to the outcome. This is probably situational, regarding some situation that you're dealing with right now. Path looks longer than it might actually be, because you're creating that portal, you're opening that portal for a shortcut, and you're going to make it there ahead of time. Even if you take a break, even if you sit on the sidelines for a little bit and let the world pass you by, or let the energies pass you by. So you're unbothered, you're like, I don't care. I don't even care what kind of, like, you think I'm going to be walking this whole long treacherous path, and that's not, I'm not about that life. I'm going to go ahead and open up a portal to the finish line here and now. So I'm going to take my time, let everything else, all that energy pass me by, because I've already created this portal. You just didn't see it, and I'm just going to step through it and walk across that tape. So I don't feel like you're bothered at all by it. It's something that's meant to bother you, to trigger you. Um, but it certainly isn't. If anything, it's opening up a well of inspiration for the idea of I can even create a portal to begin with to open up. So that's the energy you're detecting. That's why you're unbothered. Bask in that balance, that solitude, surrender, because it's not a rat race. You weren't made for this. You're not like racing to the finish line, because you are a goddess and you can open up a portal to get there anyway ahead of time. So um it's like someone says, oh, you have to go about this whole XYZ process and do this and that and this and that and this and that in order to even be able to get the outcome you want. And you're like, watch me. Shortcut things don't bother me at all. That's awesome, Suzanne. I love that so much. But yeah, you're creating, like, it's creating solutions before a problem even arises. It's creating super fast and efficient ways of handling things where others only saw, like, oh, you have to go through XYZ point, connect the dots, and blah blah blah. You're like, no, you don't. Let me show you how. And you're just like, watch me. I love it, Suzanne. That's awesome energy. I love it. Oh, man. All right, Medina, are you still here, love? It is your time, Medina. Please let me know if you are still here watching, and I will pull you a Divine Feminine Healing Oracle, because that's in my hands right now, and that's what they said. But I'm going to shuffle this deck too, just to make sure it's shuffled before I move on. Anyone else that has not gotten a card? Holly, Sue, anyone? Okay, Medina, there you are. All right, girl, here, I got you. Baby, you gotta let it go. You have some dense, heavy energy really sitting on the heart space, but also affecting the throat. Miss Medina, what does Medina need to know right now? You're welcome, Suzanne. I love you. Hopefully that provides you with some guidance, some confirmation, whatever it is that you needed today. You're good, Holly? Are you sure? All right, Sue, I got you, girl. I got you right after Miss Medina, Sue. Why are you holding back, Medina? Okay. Medina. Uratatamiya kalatatasia martoralatakia waha sa ta kaya maya hoyata sa meka. Okay. There's a suppressive energy that's been weighing on you here. I bring through my guide water from the waters of Lemuria, okay, the heart of the mother energy. And there was some really heavy energy tied to your heart and throat chakras that needed cleared. You will need to continue to cleanse yourself in the shower. Ask water to cleanse you, to watch that water turn into golden healing light and start really growing and focusing and expanding on that space between, the heart chakra and the throat chakra here. You might start experiencing like hiccups, um, or burping, releasing energy from that space. But this has been what has been restricting your creativity. We have inspiration that came out, beautiful spark and moving impulse. Your energy has been stagnated, but it's not meant to be stagnant. It's meant to flow, and you know this. And it's like, I don't know if you've been soaking up sun codes, like going outside trying to break free this energy, but it has been something, it is ancestral, it is something that has been programmed, it has been something that was initiated by an exchange between you and another person that awakened these dormant codes of suppression in this area. But this is happening. This is card number 19. Okay. 1 plus 9 is 10. 1 is new beginnings. 9 is, finalizing a very highly spiritual number, higher spiritual realms, light realms. But 1 plus 9 is 10. That's the ending of cycles, ending of suppression. This is the time where you are meant to break free energetically, and you are meant to shine, to embody your confidence and balance. On the bottom of the deck, spiritual and physical steadiness, card number 22, which is a master number. 2 plus 2 is 4, card of a number of foundations. 2 is things coming together. 1 plus 1 is 2. The 2 comes together, that's coming together energy. So this is, there's 2 events of things blending, merging, coming together. This is one event with your healing of your divine masculine codes, and then one event of your healing of divine feminine, and the 2 coming together to form the 4, to form that solid foundation. You have been trampled on, you have been walked over, you have been suppressed, you have been silenced, you have been thought of as less than. These are external reflections of within, of this wound that wasn't yours to begin with to carry, but here we are, right? You are the ancestor. You are that bitch that is here to level the playing field, to completely obliterate these intrusive and suppressive programming. You have this tremendous gift, talent for remaining pretty fucking balanced under pressure. Triggers, suppression, all of these things. It's like you're the eye of the storm, even whenever things are turbulent around you. And it can be scary. It can, be, it can throw you off, but you have this deep knowing, even whenever you do kind of get triggered or kind of thrown off by the chaos around you, you still have this deep inner knowing that you are the eye of the storm. You are what we've been talking about a lot recently, is a disruptor frequency, and that kind of thing can cause all kinds of imbalances to come to light around you. But you are the disruptor. You're the one that is disrupting the status quo, that that energy being normalized, or that energy being what is accepted. You disrupt those patterns. So you bring these things to light, and it's not ever something that is pleasant to experience. You can feel very much like other than, outside of other people, misunderstood. Like, when is it going to get better for me? But once you embody that you are the eye of the storm, that you are the whole ass storm, that's when you start to really call back in your power. I feel like you're really tied to the air elements, because I am getting like a lot of like wind energy, but also like tornado energy. You could be located in an area that's been experiencing those kinds of recent events. But the wind is an element that clears debris, okay? It can cause a whole lot of upheaval and debris, right? But it cleanses at the same time. It's only the one that's bringing these things to light, that's bringing these, all of this debris to the forefront so that it can be cleansed and cleaned up. So once you really understand with and identify with that purpose, things are really going to start to come together for you. The aha moments and the embracing of that energy, that's where this sun energy comes from. That's what you start to emit, that confidence, that sacral energy, tapping into the sacral, creating, whether it's creating music, dance, art, writing, it could be even creating sand castles outside, it doesn't matter. Every time you tap into that creative energy, you're going to bring more of your true self into your experience, your source self, your higher self. So they're saying, forget all of this shit that's told you who you are. Forget all of the circumstances that have made you feel a certain way, like this is who you are, because that's not you. Allow your true self, your true energy to shine. And the only way you're going to do that is by reaching for inspiration and creativity. And the more you do this, it's like you're a supernova. Like you just, boom, you start to expand. So continue to maintain your balance as best you can, because you will be creating a lot more debris around you just with your presence, because you are a disruptor frequency. So just, it's like, expect that, but also expect the divine order that comes through immediately after this disruption. Okay. And that is where you can gain your footing on this balance whenever you feel like you're overwhelmed, overstimulated, or like it's just super uncomfortable and you don't know what to do, you don't know where to turn. This is how you'll maintain that footing. Like, I am meant to be this disruptor, and there are a lot of us that are, and sometimes we can get a lot of hate and backlash from it, but you know what? More often than not, we're celebrated for it. So start celebrating yourself for it. Start embracing that disruptor frequency that you come in with, because you're a divine disruptor. You're disrupting the status quo, all of the falsity, all of the inversion, and you're exposing that so that we can bring all of these things into balance, harmony. And it's like, you are the sunshine. So you're the storm, but you're the sunshine too. You bring that with your storm. No one could see the sunshine through all the haze and all of the cloud seeding and chemtrails and contrails and all of that stuff, but you're that tornado that just like comes through, disrupts the shit, cleans the air, and you're also the sunshine that's able to finally shine its rays through all of that madness, just to get to the people that need those codes. So I love that for you. Thank you, Medina, for lending me your energy to be able to read for you, and I hope that resonates and helps you in some way. Yes, Anna, thank you. Can I help you?
Can you get me chocolate?
What?
Can you get me chocolate milk?
I don't care. Go ahead. Kids want chocolate milk. Thank you, Matt. All right, Sue. What we got for you, Sue? Okay. I'm getting I can never remember this deck's name. Patterns of Progress. The Patterns of Progress. That's what we're doing for you, Sue. All right, Sue. They're saying it's all connected. It's all connected. Again, around me, waiting for the dust to settle. Yeah, I know how uncomfortable that can be. Um, but you're doing exactly what you're meant to be doing. Okay, you are clearing the path energetically for many others. You are purifying, okay, by dredging up all of this broken down shrapnel that wasn't even, a little tiny gust of wind would have blown it off anyway. So you're just rounding all that trash up and bringing it to the surface so that it can be cleaned and hauled away. So you're breaking energetic grounds for not just you, for many, many others. And that's exactly what's needed here on this plane at this time. So thank you for your volunteer service, whether you are knowingly or unknowingly affecting the grid, you definitely are. And so much gratitude personally from me to you, Medina. And if you ever need support or anything like that, we do have a group community on Facebook. If you would like to join that, it's Rebel Spirits Rising. If you follow my profile, you'll get an automatic invite to the group. And that's exactly the group I'm talking about. So if you resonate, if you feel supported and aligned, please join our group. If not, then it's a pleasure just to have you here for the time being. So thank you. All right, Sue. Let me take a drink. For the lovely Sue. Ancestral needle, baby. Listen to the whispers of ancestral wisdom within and allow them to guide your path. You are, it's like you're dialing in. I'm getting like a radio receiver, and it's like you've been kind of like, if you tune into your channel, your intuition, your gifts, all of those things. Awesome, Medina. Thank you. What a pleasure to have you join us. So it's like you'll tune in and it's kind of staticky. You're not really getting the full unimpeded frequency, and you've been like tuning this way, tuning that way. It's still coming through staticky, but now it's like things are cleared. Energy is clear. Now you can hear clearly the voice of your ancestors. These are not just earth ancestors, my dear, either. You are very much earth-based magic, but not earth as in Mother Earth Gaia. What we humans would understand as some kind of planetary inhabitant, being very much a part of their planet, their plane, their whatever you want to say, and working with the magic of that place. So it's not just Gaia, Mother Earth Gaia energy that you're tapping into, that is about to clearly come through for you. It is other star systems, other planets. You know and understand deeply how to work with those planetary beings, we'll say. You might start bringing different kinds of rituals and practices um, into your everyday experience, but also considering or remembering other ways of doing things. And it's like having an idea of, oh, I can do this grounding ritual, or I can go do this manifestation ritual, or I can work with elementals in this way for healing whatever, or for, for whatever you're guided to do, because honestly there's so much. So the system was interfered with. There was interference, there was static, but now that's been cleansed, now that's been cleared. Now you can hear these ancestral voices, again, not just from this genetic lineage here for you here in this lifetime, but also your soul's genetic lineage. You're still cleansing energy, cleansing some of that residual, but bottom of the deck, renewed hope. Find hope and inspiration in the darkest of moments, embracing new beginnings. So this channel, this like this radio station that you're tuned into now, the one that had so much static interference before, now it's been cleansed, now it's been cleared, and it may have had some darker aspects to it, or the attainment of the clearer signal could have had some kind of darker shadow aspects that you needed to address, to clear, to integrate, creating these new beginnings. And now it's like you're using your understanding, your deep understanding of how these earth grids work to live your life. And that's what you're meant to do. You can go on and teach this on a broader scale, but you doing this work is pretty much the only requirement here. But you can expand on that. And that's what this journey is all about. So if you do feel like you want to, like, say, start a channel, a YouTube channel, a TikTok, or whatever else they have, and you want to teach others how to do this earth-based ritual or work with earth magic and elemental energies in certain ways, then absolutely, because emerging promise, patience, and faith will guide you to realize the potential that is just beginning to bloom. So you can take this how far you want, but you will definitely be mastering how to apply these earth energies or these elemental energies to your own life experience, thus creating the energetic pattern for others to telepathically pick up, energetically pick up, and start mimicking your magic, whether you go public with it or not. So that's amazing. Seek knowledge and understanding on the path to enlightenment with the enlightenment embroidery. So the static is cleansed. Continue to maintain that spiritual hygiene, maintain your signal, and you're doing exactly what you're meant to do. Everything is going to get better. I know that it's been stressful for you lately. There's also an aspect of having to juggle, having to go back and forth between, it's like you're straddling two different timelines or straddling two different roles. But that's almost over. There's breakthrough energy coming in for you. Thank you, Anna. There is breakthrough energy coming in for you. So continue to, my voice keeps going out, you guys. Continue to do exactly what you're doing. Continue to tap into your essence, your magic, your being. And like I said earlier to someone else, if you spontaneously get the emotion or the push, the guidance to open your mouth and start speaking light language, doesn't matter if you understand what's coming out of your mouth or not. That is the tangible way for this energy to be seeded into this plane, into this reality. So if you open up your mouth and start speaking light language, you are literally seeding, you are anchoring those codes of those, wherever, whatever energy your light language is coming from, to this plane at this time. Is there anybody else that needs a free one card reading or anything like that? My voice is starting to go out, and I do need to get back to Nicole because we had an appointment today. And I totally, like, yes, just, yeah, the energy lately, man, I'm telling you. But it all happens how it's supposed to. So, and I, of all people, know that I'll have delays or reschedules or, something happen, and then the point in time where we finally get it done, get it handled, is like it needed to happen exactly then because some kind of event or some kind of energy or something had to surface before our session. So awesome, Sue, you're welcome. Thank you, honey. All right, you guys, I love you so much. Thank you so much for supporting me. It's been 3 hours. So we're gonna do this again. We'll play it by ear on the weekly or bi-weekly thing. I'm not quite sure yet, but I do still plan on doing TikTok lives for the same thing. So we may just haul this all over to that. I'm not certain. I haven't made any finite decisions on that just yet. I am still navigating current energies. So thank you, Matt. Thank you, Anna. I love you guys so much. I appreciate you guys. So much gratitude for all of you showing up for me and supporting me. unwavering. You guys are amazing. And I will see you guys tomorrow. I'll let you know what tomorrow's topic is going to be. I have a few lined up, a few in my pocket. So it'll be interesting. It'll be an interesting week. I love you guys so much. Thank you. Thank you. If I did not get to you and you tipped me or something and somehow it just got lost in translation, private message me, let me know, or I'll actually see it while I'm going through like my Cash App stuffs and all that. So yeah, we'll get you done one way or another, but I love you guys so much, and I will see you tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, and 1 a.m. British Summer Time for the 4th of June. Okay. Love you guys. See you tomorrow.